Thank you. I'll begin, Coach. How are the preparation so far, and what's your overall assessment of Kenya since you came in?
Well, look, thank you for the opportunity to be here. I think it's a real special moment for us. I mean, I think this is the first time one of the Matildas have been in an African nation for a tournament, and we like to thank the Kenyan FA, FIFA, and everyone for the opportunity. It's an important opportunity for us because we're building up for a World Cup next year in June, and these games are going to be valuable for us in the build-up. But we're honoured to be here, and we wish to thank everyone for that.
Thank you. Amy, your overall assessment of the preparations for the team ahead of these two games, and your opinion of Kenya so far?
Yeah, just to echo what Joe said, I think we're all really excited to be here. This is my first time on the African continent, and also my first time to play against an African nation potentially too. So I think we're excited for a new challenge. I think there's a lot of different parts that go into our preparation for a World Cup, and some of them are some difficulties in travel and long travel and different environments to play in. But we've been treated really, really well so far. We've had a wonderful welcome from FIFA, from the airport to the hotel and to the training facilities as well. So everything is going well so far, and we're really excited to play and show what we've got tomorrow.
Thank you, Amy. We'll begin with the questions. Bri?
Hi, Coach. After finishing the runners-up in the maybe what are the things that you learned that you're going to change in the FIFA series, and also how are you going to work on losing Steph Curtley in the team squad?
Yeah, obviously, we need to be very careful sometimes in these friendlies to make sure that the players are in the best condition, and we don't want to obviously stretch them a little bit too far. Steph, like a lot of other players, are in a crucial time at their club. Champions League and so on, and it's important that they're ready for that. But Steph's always been an important part of what we're doing, both as a player and a person. Yeah, look, I mean, obviously the Asian Cup preparations and the way it went was very important for us. We navigated the tournament in the way we felt was important. Obviously, in a tournament, you're going to get good and bad, and days that are going to work for you and some that don't. But we were strong enough as a group and as culture to make sure that we got through that and got the rewards for it. And we've set our standards now out of the Asian Cup, and our standards now are to build into next year's World Cup, because the expectation is high for us. But more importantly, to maintain the level that we ascertained at the Asian Cup. So it was an important journey for us.
Thank you. Voyo?
Coach, welcome to Nairobi. Karibu Kenya. Do you feel like you are coming to this tournament as favourite, and what is your general assessment or view about the other teams, India, Malawi, and Kenya?
I always look at favourite as something for the journalists and for the newspapers and for FIFA rankings. Favourite on the day means nothing. That's why these games for us are very important, because we don't know much about these teams, and that's good. That's good because it's going to be a surprise, and we have to be ready for it. We have to be ready for whatever comes our way. It's difficult conditions, difficult situations, because we're not used to these conditions. So it's a very, very important education for us, for the group, for individual players. So we're taking this as a stepping stone for us, as a very important stepping stone. And as I said, the Kenyan FA and FIFA, for putting on these type of tournaments, it benefits us, because we probably wouldn't get the opportunity to come to Africa or play an African nation in Africa. We know Malawi are a good team. They have some good players. We know Kenya are a good team, and we know India are a good team. So there's no such thing as favourites in a tournament. All it is on the day, being prepared for whatever comes.
Thank you.
I've got two questions, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Yep. So first one for Joe. With the absences of Tabitha and Temwa Chawinga, will that change the way that we approach the game plan from a tactical perspective? And does their absence change what you feel you'll be able to take away from the game?
No, not really. I mean, we will prepare, first of all, thinking about what we need to do. So that underpins everything, us, how we want to play, how we want to defend. Obviously, we tinker with little bits and pieces in terms of the personnel that we're playing against and the team that we're playing against, but the baseline is always us, is always the standards we've created, the way we want to play, and the way we believe that we want to have our identity of football. So that's the most important thing.
And next one for Amy. We've got a couple of fresh faces in camp with the likes of Letitia McKenna with the first call-up, but also Izzy Gomez and Jess Nash back in. It's always hard losing senior players, but on the flip side, how important are these replacements in terms of growing the depth of the squad and setting us up for the future?
It's really nice to see Izzy, Jess and Letitia in the squad. I've played with all three of them. Nice to have those two back, and exciting for Letitia to potentially get her first cap. A lot of people will say, you know, everyone wants to see the big names play. We love being around them, as myself as a younger player and perhaps a less experienced player as well. It's always nice to have them, have their leadership off the field and on the field, and just to have their presence. It brings a sort of calm to the squad. But we also have to look towards the future, and Joe's done a really good job of blooding a lot of players, bringing in players in different positions, younger players, standout A-Leagues players, and also others who have taken the leap to go overseas. So I think it's just about building our national team as a whole. Everyone brings a different skill set, and I think we will all be looking forward to seeing how they perform on the international stage, and I think there's no better way to do it than in a FIFA friendly.